get back to this, right? Where you said you represent Hoover.
Yeah.
All right, so you represent Hoover.
Yeah.
So you represent Hoover.
Yeah.
All right, so that's where it's the cross at, because you got to understand that it's people that no matter what you feel me speaking on, if you represent that it's motherfuckers that hate you and they'll do something to you
For sure.
behind that. You
For
feel
sure.
me? So it's like see, if you out of town, let me ask something. So when you go to the feds, right, in the state, it ain't no choice. Like, you feel me? And it ain't no choice for a nigga from California, but it's a choice right here religiously. When you go to the feds, you get to pick like what card you gonna roll with, right? So as far as from us, like, it might be a nigga from Tennessee, he might be a Crip, but he might come in and be like,
I'm with Tennessee.
With the Tennessee niggas, you feel me? So on a religious standpoint, a Muslim, like, I'm a Muslim, you feel me? But you gotta make the choice, I guess, is you gonna roll with Islam or you rolling with the Crips, you feel me? So I'm gonna ask you, if you went to the pen, what card would you pick?
Yeah, I don't even know about a real Israelite card, really existed. You know what I'm saying?
The Israelites, they with the Muslim, they got the Israelites, the Moles, the Moorish Science.
Okay.
You feel me?
All in one
Christians
card?
No, I'm not saying all in one card.
No, they got their own card.
Christians got
I know about the Christian card. Yeah, for sure.
So you don't even know. So you going with the hoop. You going with the low.
Yeah. You know why though? Because somebody got to be that light over there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be the light.
Ahlazar, you sound like a goddamn fool for jumping on this podcast and trying to be a gangster. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the hopeful elect out there. All right. Now, this video is going to be pretty much a add-on to the elder in South Carolina, Manata Zakba. Shalom to that elder right there, man. Beautiful lessons. Subscribe to his channel to be edified for real. Okay. Now, he made a video concerning the things that Ahlazar, the so-called high priest of the sicarri Hebrew Israelite camp, okay, the elder made a video based on what Ahlazar is saying on this podcast, okay, and you just heard the clip, right? Because I'm gonna attach the clip of what Ahlazar was saying, okay, on this podcast in the beginning of this lesson right here. But basically, Ahlazar was he was on No Jumper in this video, okay, and he was sitting down and conversating with these worldly niggas, all right. And first and foremost, okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, okay, it's not really 100% wise for us to be going on podcasts and, talking to these worldly niggas and debating what's right and what's wrong, okay? The scriptures talk about let the dead bury the dead, okay? Him that is filthy, let him be filthy still. Basically leave these worldly niggas alone, okay? They got their own world, that they're a part of, okay? We're not supposed to associate this truth and negotiate with niggas on the other side. So Ahlazar is already suspicious for that. You know what I mean? And Ahlazar is doing what they call clout chasing, right? Anything to be cool, anything to be famous, you know? And so, you know, back to what Ahlazar was saying on this podcast. So you had these niggas that was talking to Ahlazar, right? And, you know, they asked him, like, you know, where are you from? You know, and when somebody asks you, no, they didn't ask him where he was from. Salakia, I'm trying to remember what they said in the video. They didn't ask him where he was from. They asked him, you're from Hoover. You're from Hoover Crip, you know? And if anybody knows, okay, if you live in LA, all right, you know about gangbanging culture, right? You know how destructive and how overpopulated Los Angeles is with gangbanging culture, okay? And according to gangbanging culture, Hoover Crips are the most disliked out of all the gangs, right? You can look that up on YouTube, right? Apparently, everybody hates the Hoover Crips. The Hoover Crips have a lot of enemies in LA, you know, a lot of enemies. Even other Crip gangs want to kill Hoovers, you know. You had that fucking degenerate Crip Mac. He had Hoover Killer tatted on his forehead, you know. Now, he's a degenerate. Crip Mac is a full-blown retard, but it shows you the hatred that a lot of gangs have for Hoover Crips. I don't know why, right? That's that gangbanging politics nonsense. But that's, you know, I just know that for a fact. Now, old boy asked Ahlazar, you're from Hoover Crip, right? And Ahlazar said, yep, I'm from Hoover Crip. You see? And this shows you that Ahlazar is, the Lord is not dealing with Ahlazar, man. Right? The Lord is not dealing with Ahlazar. Okay? There's nowhere in the scriptures where the Lord said for you to, you know, be a Hoover Crip or, you know, involve yourself in gangbanging culture. Right? In fact, this truth is to break away from those lifestyles, right? This truth is supposed to separate you from that darkness, right? And, you know, see the light, you know, because gangbanging culture is darkness, man, right? It's a lot of crazy shit. It's a lot of crimes and prison sentences, right? A lot of families have been destroyed. A lot of drugs. That's all gangbanging culture is. It's a culture of darkness, man. Okay? And when you come into this truth, you're not supposed to associate with that. That's something that you're supposed to break away from and become a new man, right? And technically, you're supposed to look down upon that shit because that culture and that lifestyle is one of the big reasons why our people are still asleep and why our people have a fucking perpetual hatred against one another. That gangbanging shit has done a lot of damage to the Israelite community. You see? So you're definitely supposed to break away from that shit, man. That's not of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? But then you had this fool, Ahlazar, right? Who is not only who does not he doesn't only identify as a Hebrew Israelite, he is the head. He is the head leader of a Hebrew Israelite camp. The leader, right? The originator of the sicarri Hebrew Israelite branch. And this dude is on Adam 22 talking about he's a gangbanger, right? And then old boy asked him, hey, if you went to prison, and you had a choice to choose what section you would want to go to, because I think they call it cars, right? But I believe that's like a prison section that the inmates are able to choose what location, they want to bunk up at. So the dude asked him, what location would he choose? Would he choose the Muslims, the Christians, and the Hebrew Israelites? Because he said that all three of those sects are in the same location, right? He said, would you choose to ride with them, or would you ride with the Hoover Crips in prison? This damn idiot Ahlazar said, I would rather go with the Hoover Crips. Hey, man, you Jakes, okay, that are subscribed to Sicarri, if there's any of you Jakes that are a part of the sicarri camp, you better hurry up and get out of there, because Ahlazar is going to sell you out when everything falls apart, man. He's going to sell you out. He's a hireling, okay? He just said it. He's saying it on camera that if he had a choice to choose, because the dude even said Hebrew Israelites. If it was Hebrew Israelites in the prison, would you go with them? Ahlazar said he wouldn't even go with those that believe the same thing as him. He would go with the Hoover Crips. So this nigga chooses darkness. Okay? He is full blown set on chasing the flesh, chasing a destructive lifestyle, right? So yeah, anybody that's involved with Ahlazar or Sicarri, man, hey, you better run for the mountains, because I'm telling you, you know what I mean, when the restrictions get tighter in America, when Revelation 12:12 happens and is fully executed by Esau, Ahlazar is going to be one of them camp leaders that's going to turn his back on his congregation. He's going to be one of them camp leaders that's going to sell his own people out, for sure, if he's saying this. All right. And another thing I want to point out is, just my personal opinion on Ahlazar wanting to be a Hoover Crip, right? I mean, for the most part, bro, you're what they call a wankster. You know what I mean? A pretender. A wankster is a dude out here in LA. They call him a wankster, right? It's basically somebody that wants to be down, and be a full-fledged gang member, but he's a weenie. You know what I mean? He ain't got the heart for it. He's corny. He's a loser, right? So nobody really respects his street cred, because he's a faker, and just as you have a lot of gang members in LA running the streets, you also got a lot of wanksters that's running the streets, niggas that's trying to be down, niggas that's doing the extras, trying to prove how tough they are, but really they fakes and pretenders. And really those type of individuals, when they do go to the hood, right, where the real gang members are, the real gang members usually beat their ass and embarrass them, right? Because nobody likes a coward or somebody that's fake or somebody that's pretending. Nobody likes those type of people. And that's what Ahlazar looks like to me. Okay? Your whole get up, man, is corny. You're a Hebrew Israelite. You're preaching the Bible, right? You're supposed to be all about God, and you're supposed to be a God-fearing man, right? someone that abstains from evil, but then you join the Hoover Crips to be accepted. Come on, man. You know, any real solid person can see right through this act. You're somebody that just wants to be down, right? And there ain't nothing more pathetic than a man that's desperate to just be famous and desperate for a reputation. There ain't nothing more pathetic than a nigga like that. Okay? Because there's really no reason for you to join the Hoover Crips. You know? I mean, Sicarri's revenue, okay, as far as money and finances, you niggas is pulling in hundreds and thousands of dollars, man. You know what I mean? You pulling in hundreds of thousands of dollars, right, off of your Israelite scheme, right? So you're already, you know, this nigga's already well paid, you know? You're well paid. What do you need to be a gang member for? You know? What does that fulfill? You just want to be down, you know? You want to be down and, you know, you're carnal, okay? You're a carnal individual that just wants to be cool, all right? Let's get a scripture real quick. This is, what do I want? Do I want this? No, we'll get that later. Let's get 1 John 2:15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, okay? And gangbanging is of the world, man. All right? Gangbanging is of the world, full-fledged, you know? The lifestyle of a gang member is drugs, aggression, violence, crime, you know? And all sorts of, all other negative vibrations that the average gangbanger in LA is attached to. Okay, it's definitely of the world, man. Right? When you think about rap culture, when you think about rappers and rap culture, okay, a lot of the rappers get their influence from gang members, right? Because rappers are worldly. So they get their influence from another worldly source. You see? So it's all worldly, man. Okay? And the Lord said, you're not supposed to love this world. You're not supposed to attach yourself to this world. You cannot be a gang member and be in the truth. That's a fucking oxymoron, man. That's a huge contradiction. Okay? That's why Jake, you know, was on this interview asking Ahlazar a whole bunch of questions, right? Because, you know, Ahlazar even had this Jake confused. Even the Jake that was interviewing him, you could tell he was a little confused. Like, huh? Like, bro, ain't you supposed to be righteous and, you know, holy and God-fearing? Like, why are you a gangster? You see? It looked like the nigga who was interviewing Ahlazar had more sense. You know? It's a damn shame. It says, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You see? And we already know that Ahlazar, okay, from the sicarri, is definitely worldly. We know he's worldly, right? Okay, plenty of videos have been made on him about how, you know, he's setting up money schemes, right? He's charging his congregation members money for prayers. Or no, it was Hebrew names. I think it was Hebrew names and prayers, right? So this nigga got all types of schemes and plots to increase his bank account, right? And we've heard him say a lot of worldly shit too. So we know Ahlazar is worldly, man, right? So therefore, the love of the Father is not in him, right? And he's he's looking like a goddamn fool, man. And you know, I pray Yahweh Shimon Shai allows somebody from the sicarri to hear this lesson right here, or even Ahlazar himself. I pray he hears this lesson right here, man. Okay, so that way he can hear it out of my mouth. That, bro, you look like a fucking fool. You're looking like a fool, man. Even amongst worldly niggas, you're looking like a fool. Okay? You think these dudes on these podcasts, right? I don't know who these dudes are, right? But I know Adam 22 has a lot of gangbanger viewers, right? A lot of gang members go on Adam 22, niggas with tats on their face, like real gang members, degenerate niggas, right? You know, motherfuckers with, you know, just full out in the streets. You know, those are the type of people that Adam 22 brings on the podcast to interview. So in turn, that has a lot of that brings in a lot of viewers that are of that same lifestyle, right? And I know that a lot of the gang members that are watching Ahlazar on this interview, right? I know they probably looking at this like, this nigga's a clown, you know? You know what I'm saying? They're like, this dude's a clown, bro. And by you saying, oh, Hoover Crip, I'm Hoover Crip, nigga. You know, you talking about some Hoover Crip. Okay, well, you know Hoover Crip got enemy hoods. You know it's a lot of other hoods that want to kill Hoover Crips, man. So now you've just let it be known that, you know, what team you playing for. And now you probably gonna have a lot of these niggas looking for you now, man. So it might not even be safe for Ahlazar to be out there on the streets prophesying no more, man. They might run up on his ass and be like, nigga, you said you from Hoover? I'm from what, nigga? Now what? Pull a gun on your stupid ass, man. And then you getting the rest of your congregation, you know, you putting them under fire. Because sicarri has a, you know, it's a lot of members in sicarri, man. Right? So what happens, Ahlazar, if, let's just say, one of your smaller camps somewhere in another city, right? Let's just say they out there, right? And they preaching, and then somebody who is somebody who's a gang member, and the gang that they're from is an enemy to Hoover Crips, and then they come upon one of your smaller camps, right? They come upon one of your smaller camps and start regulating them and causing problems, possibly getting violent. That's going to be on you if something happens to those men that are out there preaching. That's going to be on you, okay? Because you're on Adam 22 talking about I'm a Hoover Crip. Them, you know what I mean? These niggas in the world, they don't have common sense. You know? They don't have no common sense. Okay? If they hear you from Hoover Crip, then they're gonna be like, oh, okay, that must mean anybody who with him is from Hoover Crip then. I guess they, you know, I guess they a mini gang of Hoover Crip. We gonna go run up on them, cuz. You a stupid ass nigga, Ahlazar. For real, man. It make no damn sense, bro. Let's look this up, man. Okay? Because this is all I looked up on Google. I looked crimes of gangbanging, right? Because Ahlazar is talking about he a Hoover Crip. Well, let's see what that lifestyle, you know, let's see what that lifestyle consists of, man. It says, according to the Department of Justice, gangs have been involved in a variety of criminal activities since the beginning of their existence, including assault, burglary, drive-by shooting, extortion, homicide, identification fraud, and money laundering. And you can best believe that the Hoover Crips are involved in all of this. That's why they're like the most hated gang in Los Angeles. Anybody who's familiar with Los Angeles and you're familiar with Los Angeles gangs, you know that the Hoover Crips are very despised amongst the rest of the gang members. Okay? So yeah, the Hoover Crips are involved in all of this. So what does that mean for you, Ahlazar? Does that mean that you're down with this? You're down with homicide, money laundering, and drive-by shootings? But you supposed to be the head of the sicarri camp? You supposed to be a righteous man? But this is the lifestyle that you do on the side? You know? It says, according to the FBI, many gangs use violence to control neighborhoods and boost their illegal money-making activities, which includes drug and gun trafficking, prostitution and human trafficking, and fraud. You see? So are you involved in that, Ahlazar? We need to know. Are you involved in human trafficking, drug trafficking, and prostitution? Because that's what Hoover Crips do. Okay? That's what Hoover Crips do. All right? But you know, Ahlazar is somebody, he wants to bend the rules at his own expense, right? So, you know, he's somebody like, oh yeah, I'm a Hoover Crip, but I'm the righteous Hoover Crip. So I don't get down with that though. I'm trying to bring the Hoover Crips into light. I'm the righteous. No, bro. No, hey, the Lord says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Okay? It's either you're this or you're that. All right? There ain't no fucking middle ground. All right? You cannot, let me see. What is that? You cannot eat table of devils. Something. I forgot how it goes, man. Here we go. This is what I want. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. It says, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils, right? And the cup of the Lord is, based upon repentance, accepting the identification of being a Hebrew Israelite, okay? Walking this straight gate, being in the truth 100%. That's the cup of the Lord. All right. The Lord said you cannot walk you can't do his bidding and then be a partaker of the cup of devils. You can't drink both. OK. And gangbanging culture is the cup of devils, man, for sure. It says ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. You see? So, that Hoover Crip nonsense, man, that you talking about on this podcast is ridiculous, man. Okay? Total contradiction, man. Total contradiction. Mark 12 and 27. It says, he is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. Ye therefore do greatly err. Okay? And let me speak on that real quick. The God of the dead. All right. Gangbanging culture is a death culture. All right. Everybody knows that. Right. There's a saying out here in California about gangbanging. And it pretty much goes, being a gangbanger is only going to end you up. Being a gangbanger only resorts in two places. It only results in two places. Either dead or in jail, right? Those are the only, if gangbanging leads to two places. That's what I meant to say, Salakia. Gangbanging leads to two places, dead or in jail, all right? And that's of a fact, okay? The prison population is full of gang members, man, right? 95% of them niggas in prison are gang members, man, for sure, okay? That's why, they say when you go to prison, you got to click up with your race. OK? Because it's gangbang politics. And then on the flip side, you got a lot of people who've died from gangbanging, man. Motherfuckers who got smoked by their enemies, drive-by shootings, You know? So it's only two, basically it all results in death, because when you're in prison, that's pretty much hell. Prison is hell. You know? A lot of them niggas in prison wish they was dead. Right? And the Lord says he is not the God of the dead. The Lord is not dealing with death culture, man. Okay? It says, but the God of the living. Okay? This truth is a part of the living. This is life. All right? Being a Hoover Crip ain't got nothing to do with real life. All right? Them niggas that's huddled up on that block, gang banging, it's 15 niggas at a liquor store. And I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. 15 niggas at a liquor store. Every single car that drives by that liquor store, them niggas is getting all nervous and they getting all aggressive. Every single car looking at the car. Hey, what's up? Who was that, cuz? Who was that, blood? Was that the enemies driving by? Who was that? Every car that drives by, man. You know what I mean? Them niggas is paranoid. You know? That's not life. Okay? That's not life. That's some stupid ass shit, okay, that was given to degenerates to follow after, man. Not righteous men. Let's get this last one right here. This is 2 Corinthians 6:14. It says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. And Ahlazar, you are in direct violation of that, man. Okay? And just this steel frame right here that I have on the screen. Okay, this is a prime example of being unequally yoked with unbelievers. You're on a podcast talking about what? With worldly niggas. Why are you on a podcast talking with these niggas? For what? For what? You know? And the thing is you on these podcasts, you trying to be cool. They not trying to be like you. You know what I'm saying? They not trying to like look up to you and use you as a role model. You on the podcast trying to be them. That's why you jumped your stupid ass on there and said I'm a Hoover Crip. Because you knew you figured that was gonna get you some sort of kudos with the niggas on the podcast, man. Maybe they think I'm cool if I say I'm a Hoover Crip. Maybe they think I'm cool. They probably think I'm cool. Idiot, man. It says, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness? Okay? And that's pretty much all I need to say on that, man. You know? What the hell are you doing, man? All right? But we already know what you're doing. Okay? You're playing your role. All right? You're obviously being used, Ahlazar. You're obviously being used by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai on the left hand to show an example of what not to do and what type of man you don't want to be in this truth, right? You're the example, you're the poster child of a man that will take this truth, okay, flip it, put a worldly narrative on it, okay, and present it as brand new to worldly niggas, okay? You're an example of what not to do. All right. So, I mean, hey, pretty much, man, you gonna keep on following this path of destruction until the Lord call your number, man. And and I'm telling brothers right now, okay, it's probably gonna get worse with Ahlazar and the rest of his coonies. All right. It's gonna get worse. I believe it's gonna get worse. This ain't the worst we've seen of Ahlazar yet, man. I believe this man is just going to get worse and worse. Like the scriptures say, evil men shall wax worse and worse. Okay? He just going to keep contradicting himself. He going to keep putting himself in a deeper rabbit hole, man. All right? And Ahlazar, you better be careful, man. You better be fucking careful. okay, running around talking about I'm a Hoover Crip, all right? And you out here in LA thinking that you just can walk around freely, all right? You got enemies now, okay? So, hey, don't be surprised, man. You coming out of that liquor store, right? And somebody from a opposing neighborhood is getting at you now, okay? The Lord might judge your ass based on this foolishness, okay? So with that, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Give all praises to Yahweh Shai Shalom.